Bum, bum, bum. Well, hello, whoever, wherever, whenever you are, welcome. Denise Matteau here, and I've been finishing up some of my UFOs, unfinished objects. I've got a few to show off. I'm finishing this one right now, doing the outer stitching on it. Whoops, let me lean back and show you. Yeah. There. This is, let me get it further away from the, here we go. There. This is a twin bed size horizontal stripe quilt, and it's my own pattern. It's got the branded Crazy Quilt, strips of denim, strips of flannel, and on the back a nice heavy cotton sheet. And you say, well, it's not finished, Denise, because you don't have a whole lot of quilt stitching in there. Well, actually, the way I make quilts, you don't have to. And my quilts, I think, are more comfortable because what I have inside is already quilted. This is actually a plain quilt I picked up at Goodwill. And all I have to do is a little bit of stitching. That's going to be inside, so it's not going to show. You can't even see it on the outside. And all I have to do is a little bit of stitching to hold it in place. Then when I'm done, I'm going to do some edging around the whole quilt. And that's all it needs. And the reason I do it that way is this leaves you with a nice, smooth, and comfortable side. If you put this smooth side up on your bed, especially in the hot summers, all of this fabric and cotton underneath, instead of keeping you hot, it pulls all the heat away from your body because it's cotton. This one is lined, this is a polyester, you know, it's just a Goodwill polyester thing. But this is 100% cotton. And so is most of this fabric, although it's a mixture. But it's mostly cottons, because that's mostly what I have. Now this is the one I'm just finishing. This is another random design, and it's done the same way. It has a blanket, in fact, it has the other half of that same quilt. That maroon quilt is lining this one. And then this one I'm really proud of. This one has a cotton thermal blanket inside, but the outside is Japanese sashiko stitching. It took me a while to learn the technique, and then I made this sampler. And this goes into my plans for 2026. My plans for 2026, I've already begun 12 quilts. I am awaiting delivery. I'm awaiting delivery on 12 beautiful fluffy blankets that I bought brand new, a case of them. And because the market quilts that I'm selling, I know some people don't really care to have a quilt that's made of thrift shop stuff. I mean, a lot of people do like it, but some don't, particularly if you're not in the crafty world. So the market quilts are going to be 100% new material. And so I sent off wholesale for 12 beautiful fluffy blankets that are going to be the linings of these new quilts. And the 12 are going to be divided into 3 groups. One group of Japanese sashiko style, another group of the Victorian, well, it's all, I don't want to go get it out, but you've been watching. Wait a minute, I've got some right here, haven't I? No, it's not done. The Victorian embroidered crazy quilt style. So I'm going to do a group of those and a group of traditional American pattern piece patterns, probably a log cabin, an Irish chain, and maybe, also a sampler. So there's 3, and I don't know what the 4th one will be, but it's going to be a traditional pattern. So that's my plans for 2026, except for the real part that I haven't got to yet. I'm going to get to now. The way I'm going to sell them is I'm going to sell them through trunk shows. And a trunk show, I've noticed quite a few crafters are beginning to do this, and it's a really great way to sell your stuff. Set up a live stream. Set up a system and have a set of instructions in the pinned post explaining to people as you're showing your stuff, and you're going to say, oh, this is quilt number 1, this is quilt number 2, and, you know, all your other projects, whatever. I'm going to be selling some smaller craft items as well. You put the number of each item that's for sale, and you have a system set up for people in chat so that they can say in chat, oh, I'm interested in number 2 or number 1. And then, and if more than one person is interested, you can look over through the chat and see who bid first. Okay, and say, okay, that person gets first dibs. They have so much time to send you a payment. And I might make it in 2 payments. Like when you first say you want it, you're going to have to send me a small payment and then the rest of the money, and then I'll ship. And as my pricing on the quilts, I've already figured out the cost I'm putting in because I'm awaiting delivery. I've already paid for the blankets. I'm going to be purchasing new 100% cotton fabric for the backings. And I've already got that priced out, and I have a pretty good idea of what the rest of it's going to cost. So I'm pricing at $100 per quilt plus shipping. Okay? And I have to do it that way because I have no idea, you know, we don't know from one day to the next what's going on with shipping costs and everything. And my price per quilt, if you go look around at the prices of fabrics and stuff, and even those blankets that I bought, yeah, $100 is about as low as I can go. And I think that the quality of what I'm doing justifies it as well. So I'm going to be doing trunk show live streams, and what is going to happen is, and I'll probably be ready to get started sometime in March. By then I should have at least 2 of the quilts done. And I'm going to put up a scheduled live stream. You're going to have to be subscribed to this channel for, I'll decide what amount of time, you know, in order to be in the chat to be able to indicate that you want to buy something. When I'm doing these shows, I'm not going to take interest through emails or other forms of contact. To be fair to everybody, nothing's going to go for sale, nothing's going to be shown or on sale until the stream. And then you'll have been subscribed. I'll probably do an introductory video ahead of time to, you know, when I get all the details worked out. And I'll post the method and the links that you'll need in the top pinned post of the chat room, and also in the description. And yeah, I think that'll work. And then people can indicate an interest in something, and as I say, I'll say, okay, you know, I'll have to get the down payment, the small, what do they call it, earnest money, proving that you're really interested. I'll have to get that in a very short time, maybe, 24 hours or so, or just during that length of time of the show. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but it'll be, that has to be done quickly, and then the rest of the money before shipping. And that way, it's only fair to the other people, if they're also interested in the quilt, that, well, they'll be noticed as having second choice, and I'll just let them know, well, I'll contact you if this sale doesn't go through. That's how that's going to happen, and I'm looking forward to it. 12 quilts at $100 each. It will replenish my hurricane fund that I like to have, a little nest egg set aside in case we have to deal with, evacuation or something. And it'll pay for the materials for the next round of quilts that I do after this one. And I think that they're worth it. I think you're going to like them. I think that the design that I'm using, particularly, this is unique as far as I know to my quilts, that I'm using this soft lining method. And I was doing it mainly for economic reasons, because to get pure cotton or wool batting is very expensive. And even the polyester batting that they sell, or whatever it is, it's, synthetic stuff, is not that cheap. So I started noticing these blankets at the thrift shop, that I started using them, and found that, well, it isn't just more cost effective, it's really more comfortable. I mean, I really like the way this quilt, see how it folds up, and that's a really nice, comfortable quilt. It's very cozy. If you've got it on the back of the couch and you just want to cozy it around because it's getting a little drafty. If you live someplace like Texas where you don't really have a cold winter, but you like to sit out on the porch during the cool weather, you can have that on your porch swing. It's a good thing to have. Or even just to carry in the car. Anyway, I'm going to be doing that, and those are my plans for 2026. And like I say, I made a firm commitment. I bit the bullet and sprung the money for the 12 blankets, and I'm setting some aside for the rest of the materials. And I think the first one that I finish is going to be the Victorian quilt. If you look through my playlist, you'll see that I have, I call it the Brain Dead Victorian, because it started out as one of my Brain Dead quilts, but then I added the Victorian embroidery. And if you want to go see what that's like, you can see I've got about 8 of the 12 blocks that are going to go into it. Yeah, so I hope you all have good plans coming up for 2026, and I hope to have some fun. And I'll probably be back on again before the new year, but I'll see you when I see you. God bless you. Denise Matteau, over and out.